Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to a new world. It is officially a new administration. People are losing their shit in the streets. There's fire, brimstone, death, murder. Actually, I don't know. We're recording this in the past on Inauguration Day. So anyways, happy Inauguration Day, even though this is 2 days later. And welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast. My name is Matt, one of your trip hosts. I guess I'm going to consider my mother a host now. I don't know what else to call her. I mean, slacker, mean to me, crotchety old biddy. I'm just trying to see what it'll take to get her to say something.
Hi.
Oh, there she is. Ma Hinshaw in the house.
Yes.
But I got to go in order as I always do. My friend that I've known almost as long as Ma Hinshaw. We've been doing this longer than with Ma Hinshaw. The one, the only, mysteriously Michael Talent.
Hey, everybody. Matt, you also forgot today is MLK Day.
It is MLK Day. I completely forgot about that one. I apologize. I should have said that one first as well. But I think the inauguration, regrettably, is overshadowing that. Overshadowing?
It is very much.
That's what I meant to say. Overshadowing the MLK Day. And I wonder what Martin Luther King would have thought about today. So, but we're not here to have a political discussion. We're here to talk about movies, Mike. And this is an interesting one. This was Ma Hinshaw's pick, I believe, wasn't it?
I don't know. I thought it was Mike's pick, but I don't care. I thought this looked like a fun movie, and I wanted to go see it too.
Mike, was it your pick or was it Ma Hinshaw's pick?
I think it was Ma Hinshaw's, or at least you said you were going to it anyway. So I think we were just like, okay, we'll do that one.
Well, okay, Mike. So in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, now that doesn't make any sense. Why don't you go ahead and give us the breakdown for one of them days?
All right, Matt. So it was directed by Lawrence Lamont, written by Sharita Singleton. The cast is Kiki Palmer, SZA. I don't know how you say that. SZA.
Yeah, SZA. It's something. I think she pronounces it like SZA or something like that. I don't know.
SZA, yeah. Vanessa Bell Calloway, Little Ray Howie, Cat Williams, Patrick Cage, and the movie's about when best friends and roommates Drew and Alyssa discover Alyssa's boyfriend has blown their rent money. The duo finds themselves going to extremes in a race against the clock to avoid eviction and keep their friendship intact.
Wow. So you only butchered like half of those names. It's Little Rel Howery.
Oh, okay.
Ray.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it was close-ish.
Maud Apatow. I wonder if she's related to Judd Apatow.
Oh, yeah, that's probably his daughter.
I would think so. Interesting.
Yep, it's his eldest daughter of director Judd.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense now. Yeah, because she's trying, I guess, to break into the comedy world. That's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So, okay, I guess I will continue to direct said podcast. I already know what my mom thinks of this movie because we talked about it after I got out of the theater and I said, Mom, what the hell did you make me watch? So, Mike, I am very curious to see what you thought of one of them days.
So I didn't really know what I was getting into. I thought it'd be just kind of a crappy movie, and I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was much better than really my expectations. So it was a little bit more endearing, a little bit more about friendship and, some struggles and stuff. So I liked it.
Wow, holy shit. So I guess I'm the only one that wasn't a super huge fan of this. I thought it had moments, but I really thought it was going to be a lot funnier than it was. and I felt it was kind of a ripoff in several ways of Friday.
Dude, that's funny you mentioned Friday because I was going to compare it to. It's very similar to Friday.
Well, including the storyline and where it takes place. You know, they don't blatantly say it, but it's basically like Compton or somewhere like that in LA. It just felt like they were trying to be like the 2025 Friday, which is that movie is incredible. That is a hard movie to try and emulate and live up to the standards. But don't get me wrong. And Mom, I know you agree with this. There were some really wonderful, hilarious parts. But in my opinion, the movie as a whole, I really wanted it to be a lot funnier than it was. Like there's a few gags that are really good that keep popping up. And then there was well, I won't ruin it, but there's one where they like beat it into your head like 4 or 5 times, and then you find out at the end kind of why. But anyways, okay, so I'll shut up. Mom, the listeners don't know what you thought of One of Them Days, so why don't you tell them?
I liked it. I thought it was fun. Yes, I probably could have used a lot more funny stuff, but the thing that got me was it really kind of covered how when you have roommates, things can go awfully bad. Whether it be rent or the person getting in trouble and, not being there anymore, or a person moving out and stranding the other person. There's lots of ways. And I thought it was interesting how the two girls were pretty darn good friends and they tried to work together to get the rent money in many crazy ways. But, I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. I never had a snore. I think that's a very big plus for me. And there was funny parts. And I thought
I think your no snores has to do with the length of the film as well as the fact that you saw it in 2 p.m.
Oh, that could be. And there were quite a few people there too.
Yeah, but, I mean, 2 p.m. for Ma Hinshaw, just so those of you who don't know, she's just getting up from her nap because she eats she eats lunch at about 10:30. Then she goes home and takes a nap until about 1:30. Then she gets up. And so she was wide awake, chipper, ready to go. And then after the movie's done at about 3:30, she's off to dinner.
Well, and Dad, it was 400 cubic somethings of popcorn day.
No, that was yesterday. You saw this on Thursday.
Oh, oops. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sunday was the popcorn day. Never mind. Well, I don't know, but I didn't go to sleep. There.
Just so you know, this past Sunday, the 19th of January, was National Popcorn Day, and lots of places were doing all kinds of cool giveaways. I don't know if your places were, Mike, but Harkins was doing like dollar popcorns. Like you can get like a large popcorn for like $1 or something like that.
Yeah, I think Cinemark was bring your own container and they'll fill it like for a minimal fee. I think, but like $1.
It was $4, and David got 2 huge overflowing extra large popcorns in his ice chest, and he took it to the movie. Oh well.
So there you go. My pops, Pa Hinshaw. Yeah, we got Mom, Pa Hinshaw. Pa Hinshaw brought an ice chest and filled it with popcorn at the Sierra Vista Cinemark that you were previously employed at.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
That's a lot of corn, man. That's a lot of corn.
We'll have it for maybe 4 days, the way he eats popcorn. Oh, dear. Anyway, I liked this movie and I thought it was funny. And what gets me is the one thing I
better
don't
not be
know.
spoiling it.
Uh-oh, I guess I can't. Well, then I'm not going to say
talk about it. You just can't spoil it because we're not in the spoiler territory yet because Mike hasn't asked you what you're drinking.
Right.
Oh, boy.
So go ahead. Keep talking, you old biddy. Just don't spoil it.
No, because I'll spoil it. I'm done.
All right. It's time then. It's time.
Time for drinking stuff.
Yeah, Matt, what is it that you're drinking? Ma, what are you drinking?
Oh, Mike is doubling down. He's doing both of us. Ma, you want to go first? You want me to go first? I'm gonna be a gentleman. Ma, you go first. What
Mine's
are you
pretty
drinking? A hot
boring.
tea?
I am drinking a hot tea, but I did have a margarita large size for brunch. So I'm good. But this tea is like another fruity flavor, and I'm not sure what kind of fruit. Maybe blueberry. I don't know. It's
Mom,
different.
if you are going to a restaurant before normal people go to work, I don't think that qualifies as brunch anymore. That's still breakfast.
11 o'clock?
Sure, it was 11 o'clock. I think it was
would
probably
be
7
11
o'clock.
o'clock. Oh, no. It wasn't 7 o'clock. No, it was 11 o'clock.
Well, I thought that was your thing, Mom. You're going to drink nothing but interesting hot teas on our podcast.
Well, I am. And I did have a turmeric, but I still think this might be blueberry. Yeah, it looks like it.
Turmeric or is it turmeric?
Oh, one of those.
Or is
It's
it
kind of a
tumor?
weird flavor.
Rick's
turmeric.
tumor.
Okay. Right. Anyway, what are you guys drinking?
Mom, I'm not drinking anything fancy. Maybe for you, but it is a blueberry beer. Again, I still have a couple. I'm drinking another Big Blue Van. Delicious.
That might be good.
All right. I am drinking something different, Matt. It's not an IPA.
Bourbon?
No, it's like it's like one of those pre-mixed drink kind of things. It comes in a can. It's like Heimador, and it's a lime margarita.
Oh, okay. I was like, where's it going here? He's saying Hyman.
Yeah, no, and it was okay. It was a little sweet for my taste, but it was okay.
Well, we've had that discussion. If you're going to get a pre-mixed margarita, my go-to is the Jose Cuervo pre-mixed margarita, but the light version, because the regular version, same problem, is really sweet. The light version is not. It's fantastic if you want pre-mixed margarita.
All right. Yeah, I think I've actually used that, dude, and it was pretty good.
It is. It's not bad. And I think I don't know what it costs now. It used to be like 10 or 15 bucks for a bottle. And that was a good, for Ma Hinshaw, that's a large margarita. For the rest of us, it's about 6 or 7 margaritas, but whatever.
Well, the one I had today was pretty large. I couldn't even finish it all. And usually I can finish it.
See, told you, Mike, she's a drunk.
Mhm.
She's a margarita drunk.
Yeah, I'm good with those.
So, all right. On to the next recurring segment of the Real Film Nerds podcast. Ma Hinshaw's favorite segment of every episode. Mom, do you want to ask it? I think you should ask it.
What is today's dad joke?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh though. Dad jokes.
Oh, all right. I this one's kind of lame, Matt, but we'll see if you can get it. What kind of cows do you find in Alaska?
What kind of cows do you find in Alaska? Frozen patties?
It's kind of funny. Eskimos.
Eskimos. Oh, my mom's loving that one.
That's a good one.
I was just thinking that's how you keep your hamburger fresh, is putting it in Alaska.
No freezer.
No need. So, all right. Well, I don't know. This might be difficult. It might not. I honestly, I'm not sure. No one's popping out that I can tell. But Mike, how does one of them days relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I wasn't sure how this was going to work out either, Matt, but the MCU is quite large and encompassing. So, this one, the editor, Tia Nolan, she worked on One of Them Days as an editor and also on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Also as
Well,
editor.
there you go. Got it. Nailed it. I figured it was going to be someone like that because no one popped out as far as the main cast or the secondary cast, like not secondary cast, but smaller actors in the film as being in an MCU film. I wasn't sure. Maybe Patrick Cage. He looked kind of familiar, but I'm not sure what he's from. But he looked very familiar. I know him from something else. But anyways, all right. So on to our final segment of the Real Film Nerds podcast, episode number 407, Ma Henshaw's spoilers. So, Ma, you can talk about whatever you would like from here on out until the podcast is over. Ready, set, Ma.
Oh, jeekers. Well, the one thing that kind of saved them in a way was the one girl found a pair of tennis shoes that were hung on a wire, which they used to do back in the day. I think when you guys were maybe in high school. I didn't know they still did that. But she retrieved the very expensive tennis shoes.
Well,
and
they still do that to this day, Mom.
do they still do
Yes.
that? I
They do
was
it in my
not-
neighborhood.
They're not usually like Michael Jordan's, right? Like they're usually just
Right.
shoes, right?
Yeah, they're not Air Jordan 1s, because those are legitimately like $10,000 shoes.
Mhm.
Yeah, those would not
Yeah.
be up there.
No. And I don't know who in the world would throw them up, but somebody who is mean would do that. But
Well,
anyway, I thought that was kind of fun way of how they got money.
Yeah, exactly. Added to the story, and then it added trouble because it turns out it was the local, boss's shoes, or at least what he considered his, and that's why they were probably still up there, because everybody knew better than to mess with them.
Yeah, I think the shoes are supposed to be a territorial thing, kind of, to indicate that so and so's territory is here or something. I don't know if that's true or
Oh.
not, though. That's just what I heard back in the day.
I'm gonna throw my old man slippers on mine in my front yard.
So you can claim that
Nobody's
yard.
gonna get 'em.
Yeah, so I claim this neighborhood as mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
No, okay,
anyway,
that makes
that's my
sense.
spoiler. I just thought that was really fun way to find. I mean, they tried to get a loan, and well, that didn't work out, and stuff. And I thought, whoops, I dropped my phone there, but I thought it was really fun way of doing things. But also, I liked Maud. And I loved the neighborhood, because when I lived in California, like I said, we used to go down into the heart of LA, and I'm not sure what area, because who knows? It doesn't say, okay, this is one town and this is another. It's just all one blend, And I thought they conveyed that really good, because I used to see these old apartments where they had a thing in the middle, like I don't know if it was a garden or not,
Called a
where they'd have
courtyard.
benches or
Yep.
courtyard.
My
Yeah.
God, they call it a courtyard.
And there would be a lot of that kind of apartment complexes down. And then they had one place, and I don't know if it was a restaurant or not. They used to, back in the day, have restaurants with hats on them and, weird looking stuff. And I think they conveyed that fun too. They have that, which would be a fun thing to look and watch, Made you really feel like you were down in LA. Yeah. And
pretty sure that
I
was the
thought it
point.
good. Yeah. Yeah. But I thought it was good. And Maud is so pretty. Oh my goodness. And she had an interesting part. People will have to go see the movie and you can see. Because when I first saw the cast, I'm like, who in the world is Maud? I've never heard of her, And then I found out.
Okay, Mike, your turn.
All right. I kind of like to echo what Ma Hinshaw was talking about. I kind of like that community feel that they showed in the courtyard. Kind of how everybody kind of knew everybody, and everybody might be in everybody's business maybe a little bit too much. And then when the when the, when the white girl moves in and causes a stir, like I was like, oh yeah, that'd be like just when like a new person moves in, of course, but like that apartment is like crazy. Like the owner guy, I forget his name. He was like I don't know, he was really strict with rent and stuff, and then all of a sudden he has this apartment that's like really nice, and it's like, man, it looks like this apartment's getting gentrified. I think that was his plan. Um, so that was an interesting take on just kind of things that are happening, I guess, around probably the country. I don't know. Um, I've seen it a lot in my neck of the woods where, stuff is uh, purchased and then things are taken down and then bigger, crazier things are built on top of them, like in the same spot. So that was interesting. I like that. I like the aspect also of the art and stuff of the roommate. Was that Alyssa or I forget which character was the one that did the
Yeah,
art?
Alyssa.
Alyssa?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I liked her art. Like it actually was pretty good. And it was funny that, it took him to be like all their stuff being on the sidewalk, before they kind of got the idea to have that like impromptu like art show kind of thing or whatever, right at towards the end. So I thought that was kind of cool. Uh I don't know, it's a little bit ridiculous, of course, all the things, and like the person stealing the food from the fast food, although funny, it was like there's no way that would happen. But maybe it does. I don't know. Like to steal like what are your opinion, Matt? It looks like you're about to say something. Go.
No, I wasn't going to interrupt. I was going to say it was funny the first time, like the third and fourth time. I was just like, okay, this is dumb. That's another one of my examples of how it was funny and then it fell apart. They kept doing it. They kept beating that horse.
Yeah, well, that was just, I don't know. That was weird. I don't know if that's something that actually happens in LA. And if it does do that, just blows me away. But anyway, it was, that was like silly. I mean, there was parts that were just kind of silly, like, just some of the outfits and some of the stuff, during
God.
her interview and stuff. But like, I mean, her interview was awesome. So that was cool. Like, I actually did kind of believe that the relationship between the roommates and like I like that story and like how they were trying to make it and it was just hard, but they both encouraged each other and stuff. I liked all that. I thought that was endearing and like nice.
I've never had a roommate like that.
I'm not saying that you had a roommate like that. I'm just saying that
We
that was nice.
know.
It was nice, Mike.
Mhm.
They were good friends. My best friend was never my roommate, and that's probably why we're still friends to this day, because he probably couldn't handle me as a roommate.
It's probably true, dude. I'd be like doing the laundry and be like, "What the heck is this? I'm out."
Yeah, and that's just a fart. That's not even what's in the laundry in the pants specifically. Taco Bell is good. 7 days a week is not.
Oh man, or what about the Chiba Hut?
Oh, dude, Chiba Hut's so good. Oh, I love me some good old Chiba Hut. Mm. But no, okay. So I like all the things that both of you have discussed. I agree with most of the things both of you have discussed. It felt like it took a while to get really kind of going. And okay, I'll just explain one of the gags that I thought was really good, especially in the trailer. And then they just beat it to death, much like the dude stealing the fast food. So when they go to the payday loan place, I thought it was absolutely hilarious that in the background the interest rate is 1900%. That was hilarious. The problem is they focused in on the sign multiple times, and then they have one of the characters say it out loud. I think if they would have left it in the back and let it be subtle, it would have hit a lot better. But they kept just pounding that horse, and I'm just like, God, why? It was really good when it's subtle, and then oh my God, 1900%. That's hilarious.
I liked when they ran their credit and they're like, yeah, everybody gets approved. And then she's like, oh my God, you're the first people we've ever had to reject. This is the lowest I've ever seen in my entire life. I thought that was really funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, again, that added to it. It was really great, but she again had to do, it was 1900 APR. It's
Yeah.
yeah, that was really funny. Well, my buddy Santos has a stand-up joke about that, about his weight catching up to his credit score. It's pretty
That's
funny.
funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. He tells it way better than I am, so I'm not going to attempt it, but it's one of his classics. It's really good. So, okay. Well, is there anything else either of you would like to add about one of them their days?
I just, oops, sorry.
No, you go. You go, Ma.
I just want to say I thought it was entertaining. It was funny. I liked the end, and it was, to me, just kind of a fun movie when there wasn't a whole lot of killing, slashing, kicking. Well, there was some, but and I thought it was entertaining. Mhm.
Well, right. It's a comedy. It's supposed to be fun and funny and goofy. I just wish it was more. I wish it had a lot more. And it was decent. It had some decent slapsticky parts. Like the clothes they got, especially the spandex, the tight ass 80s neon green spandex that's showing everything. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, because that straight up was out of the 80s. So anyways, Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, so I went in with kind of low expectations for this movie, and although it is somewhat of a like Friday type clone, like in its setup and stuff, it was still a good movie. Like it was, I don't know, fun, and like I just had a good time watching it. So, um, I don't know. I think if you're bored and there's really nothing going on, you could go watch this in the theater. But if you've got anything else going on, you don't have to or whatever. I mean, this isn't a have to see. Like it's really, really popcorn movie. But it was fine. Right now it just seemed like there's not a lot out. I mean, I guess that Wolfman came out, but I don't know. That looked weird to me.
Ma Hinshaw watched it. She watched it on Sunday, National Popcorn Day.
Oh yeah, and it's, to me, was a really scary movie. I
Well, Mike, there
wasn't
you go.
expecting much, and it was scary.
You might really like it then, Mike, because you love your scary horror movies.
I do. It's
Mhm.
good to go home and like if you don't have like 1 to 2 nightmares, it was crap.
Well, you would get 2 out of this real easily. Whew. I
So-
even got the willies and shivers.
I think one of them days is a pretty decent, maybe date movie, not like first date movie, but like you've been with your spouse for a while, or your partner, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or whatever. I don't know, whatever the PC term is. And you just want to go out and laugh and have a good time and relax and eat some popcorn and, drink some snuck in Captain Morgan at Harkins. It would be worth it. I think you would enjoy it. I don't think it's earth shattering. I don't think you have to rush out and go see it at the theaters. But if you want to have a nice night out with your friend or partner, do it. I think this would be a good one.
Yeah. That's well said, man. Good job.
So, all right, Mike, drum roll. How many reels?
All right, so I'm gonna give this one 2.5 reels.
Wow. And he liked it, Ma. If that tells you what, his rating system is, it's horrible, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Mom, I know you loved it. So 5? Cookies?
Oh, no. I gave it a 3 because I think it's decent. It's good. It's funny. I mean, no, not earth shaking, but it was good. So I gave it a 3. Mhm.
Well, I am lower than both of you. I gave it a 2. I thought it was okay. Not great, decent, nothing to write home about, but it's worth a watch. So there you go. So Mike, I don't know if next week's film is my pick or your pick, or it's definitely not Ma Hinshaw's pick, or maybe it is. Or maybe it was a collective pick, or maybe it's just the only somewhat decent movie coming out next week. But why don't you, tell us what we're gonna go watch next week?
What are we gonna watch, dude? Hold on.
Oh, Mike,
Yeah, I
Mel
know.
Gibson directed film.
Oh yeah. Flight Risk.
Flight Risk. Yeah, starring Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
That's all you had to say. You just had to say the Mel Gibson movie. Yeah, Flight Risk.
Yep, Flight Risk. A pilot transports an air marshal accompanying a fugitive to trial. As they cross the Alaskan wilderness, tensions soar and trust is tested, as not everyone on board is who they seem.
Oh man, Matt already has a negative opinion of this. I can tell.
Oh, no, I think this looks cool. I love airplane stuff. And I'm a big fan of Marky Mark.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think they're going to do everything correctly, or are you going to be ripping it apart?
What do you mean by correctly? Like flying?
Yeah, flying stuff.
I might bring my buddy Jason, who's an actual pilot, to go to it and get his commentary on that. But I think it'll be okay. I think as far as like, I mean, we've seen the trailers, like they take people hostage. I think as far as moving around in such a small airplane that easily is going to be bullshit. But outside of that, but I mean, they are little people. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. I mean, you know what makes me the most excited for this movie?
Marky Mark?
That's part of it, but it's an hour and a half. That's 2 weeks in a row of an hour and a half long movie.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's like you're busy or something, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Never. I am never busy. I don't do anything. I just sit here and pick my butt.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
I don't believe it.
So, all right. Well, Ma, you have anything else you would like to add for our fine listeners? Mostly yourself, because I know you're going to listen to this.
No, but I agree with I've flown in one of the small planes. I don't know if it was a Cherokee or whatever. And man, they're kind of cramped. So we'll see how that movie goes. We'll give it a go.
All right, Mike. Oh, no, Ma is still talking. Go for it.
Hopefully it will be good if it's a Mel Gibson movie. Yeah. Sorry. There we go.
I thought he's done some good movies. Yeah, he's kind of, chastised and kicked out of Hollywood for a lot of it, but I don't know. I mean, forgive, I guess sometimes. I don't know. He still knows how to make a good movie. So I think it'll be good. I don't know if it'll be incredible, but I think it'll be a good movie. So, Mike, what do you think?
I think it would be good just because he's involved. Because most of his movies that he's made have been quite good. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. And Marky Mark's a good actor, although he looks like he's like bald in this or whatever. It looks funny.
Yeah, they shaved his head to make him look like he's bald, and that just hurts for those of us that are losing our hair. That just hurts.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. It's got Topher Grace in it too. So I haven't seen him in anything really lately. So I think he's been in some things here and there, but so be good.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm optimistic, but I'm always optimistic. So I love movies. I love going to the theater. Yeah. So, Mike, why don't you do your thing?
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever it's called, and Facebook. And we'll catch you in the next pod, number 408. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.